Y'all remember the phrase I used to say, y'all expect me to keep it real because you know that I will? Yeah, that's about to get tested today because I gotta kind of straddle the fence a little bit on certain things. I'll show you exactly what I mean. Check this out.
News exclusive right now. We've obtained a recording alleged to be an attorney telling a wanted man how to dispose of evidence. That attorney is now facing charges. Channel 2 investigative reporter Mark Winnie live now at the Fulton County Courthouse. And Mark, that recording appears to be key evidence in this case.
Yeah, after we learned of the indictment of Nicole Fagan, we began digging into other documents, and we found out about the apparent existence of a recorded conversation. We made an open records request for it. We got it. We're going to bring a section of that recording to you, but we begin our report with Fulton County District Attorney FANI Willis.
Lawyers are given trust. They take an oath, just like a law enforcement officer takes an oath. And we're held accountable like every other citizen, so we cannot commit crimes.
Since she's an attorney, one might expect to find Nicole Fagan's name on lots of legal documents. But Monday, she wound up in an indictment as a defendant, accused of violation of the Street Gang Terrorism and Prevention Act, criminal solicitation, giving methamphetamine, oxycodone, and marijuana to a Fulton County jail inmate, and more. But we also found her name in an October 2024 court order by Judge Scott McAfee that indicates there was allegedly a call on March 24th, 2023 by Ms. Fagan to a man who at the time had active warrants. Through that court order, we learned the phone call had been made a court exhibit, which we knew made it a public record we then requested. And here is just some of what we heard when we got it.
But even this phone got to go. Everything has to be brand new by tomorrow for you.
I just went and bought a
physical phone and physical phones, but I also mean getting rid of.
That date, March 24, 2023, matches the date in the new Fagan indictment, an account that alleges she solicited a 4PF gang member that was a fugitive in a 4PF gang murder case to get rid of his phone with the intent to obstruct the prosecution of another man we are told was her client. Fulton County District Attorney FANI Willis.
And I think that lay people understand that as a citizen, it doesn't matter if you're a lawyer, it doesn't matter who you are, you cannot ask another person to tamper with evidence in any way.
A statement we received Monday says this indictment is a travesty. Nicole Fagan is a fierce trial attorney and well respected amongst her peers. These charges stem from activities alleged to have occurred 2.5 years ago during the YSL trial, for which Ms. Fagan was a zealous advocate for her client. No more. We look forward to fighting these false allegations. Drew Findling, Marissa Goldberg, Findling Law Firm, attorneys for Nicole Fagan.
An indictment is nothing but a charging document. We will have to prove these charges beyond a reasonable doubt. But what this indictment lays out is someone bringing in contraband to the jail. Contraband is a variety of things. It is drugs and it's cash.
Now, the man alleged to be involved in that phone call, mentioned in the court order, documents indicate that he pled guilty ultimately to gang charges, voluntary manslaughter, and a firearm charge. Reporting live outside the Fulton County Courthouse, Mark Winnie, Channel 2 Action News.
Hey, yo, you. Can you subscribe and turn on that bell too? Because when you do, you're helping unbiased, independent news. One of the biggest things that they did in that clip was they were very adamant in making sure that they told y'all that, hey, bro, we went through the right channels and this is how we got it. We got it because we went through the right channels. We filed this and we did that and we got the open request and then boom, there we were. Right. It's always muddy how they do these dang things, right? With Street, right? Y'all know that the reason we haven't seen his footage, his body cam footage, is because it's being used as evidence. So what's going to end up happening is they're going to be selective on what they drop. Because from what I'm hearing, that video evidence 100% make it look like he 1000% was bled out on purpose. They went back and forth to we gonna put him in the car, to we gonna take him out the car, to we gonna put him in the car, and basically he bled out. That's why he's no longer here. What does that have to do with this though, Suddy Nash? I'm torn. I'm really torn because I'm of the mindset of positive and negative. Let's go with positive. I always want my, I want my sweets before I eat my damn vegetables. The positive is this. They didn't release the whole entire thing. If you're explaining something a lot, it's either because you want people to catch everything. So when you hit them with that bomb, they look pretty stupid. It's like, I've been spreading breadcrumbs. Y'all just didn't pick it up, dummy. I let this happen, and I set it all up. Or the negative thing. You're trying to confuse people. What? Yeah. See, when you're trying to be convincing, it's best at the end of the road, it's a pot of gold. Right there, when they're saying, oh, we went through these steps and these steps and these steps, I, in my mind, feel like this. There's more to that phone call than what they're saying. There's more to that phone call. To me, I don't think that's the whole entire phone call. That's where the positive is. Because to me, if I can obscure certain things or I can put just the meat out there and not the fat, I'm going to do that. And it seems to me that's exactly what they did. Because the oddest part about the whole entire thing is we don't know what we don't know. But what we do know is that Mark Winnie and All Action 2, for the most part, from what it looks like, I don't know this to be true or not, but it seems that FANI Willis is more favorable. I had to be careful how I say these things because y'all know they watching. I had to be basically on that standpoint of making sure that you know that FANI Willis is basically saying that she favors Channel Action 2 and Mark Winnie. Why are you saying that, Nash? Because isn't it amazing how that's the only individuals that she's willing to talk to? That's it? That's all? Then, if they could have, they would have made that freaking video way longer. They would have talked about how, and I'm talking about the Crash Out interview. If you don't know, just hit the playlist and skip until you see the Cash Out. Because I know I said Crash Out, but the Cash Out video, and that'll tell you everything you need to know because she went on a victory run. As a matter of fact, it's the video that'll play right after this. So you ain't got to worry about it. Just tap that playlist. But that's the positive, is that the whole entire thing to me seems like, hey, bro, y'all ain't got the whole entire tape plan for a reason. It's probably things that he asked and all of this crap and everything just as some type of advice and all of this stuff, where if he's just asking for advice, somebody got to show me and tell me where is it wrong to give legal advice to somebody who's in a situation. Because to me, I could spin it like this. Yeah, I was on the phone with him. And he asked me basically if he was in my situation, what the heck would he do? And I'm just telling him, sure, I would destroy my phones and do all of this stuff. Now, that may raise a question as to why you would do that, but that's neither here nor there. And she's not going to take the stand. And if she does take the stand, she better be overly convincing. One of the best things about Pretty Privilege for some of these cats is that they have an ability to turn on a charm. Now to the negative. And I know some of y'all like, yeah, Nash, get negative. But that don't look good. Ain't no way to really spin that based off of what's right there. If you having conversations with this cat, ain't no telling what type of conversations you normally have. That right there sound bad as hell. Because if I'm looking at this, I'm going, wait, what? Because at first we were to believe that it's text messages. It ain't just freaking text messages. They have phone calls. And one of these things that exist is technology always advances. Always. So when we're seeing certain people do certain things, like all the cats that's in jail that got cell phones, all the cats that's in the pen that got cell phones, they literally put a tower out there called the Stingray. And what it does is it takes the numbers that are calling and basically intercepting those calls and listening to the phone calls that's going on with people who are in jail. It happens all the time. Sometimes they charge people, sometimes they don't. It just depends on what's said. If it's a little petty stuff and it's crossed state lines and it's not worth the feds' time, they're not going to do it. But this 100% looks bad. The good part is, yeah, all right, it's not long, but that little bit right there, man, she better hope there's more to it, because if this woman has got on there and basically the state let that out because they know it's a longer phone call and it's going to destroy some stuff, man, listen, bro, she's done. Because that's obstruction right there. That's 100% obstruction. You be facing decades in the feds. So I don't know, bro. I'm rooting for her. You know what I mean? I'm no fan of FANI Willis, but at the same time, bro, if lawyers are behaving like this and the type of lawyer that she is, no disrespect to her. You know what I'm saying? Because it's part of her thrill, it seems like, because she ain't got no black baby daddy. To me, if she would have grew up in the hood and grew up around the brothers and all that and felt like she was one of them and everything like that, for the most part, the white dudes I know got black baby mamas. The white girls I know got black baby daddies. She ain't got that. So it's part of that smell test that really ain't going for me. It seemed like she probably was one of them brandy ass white girls in a positive way that just wanted to be down. And she found her niche. She probably smart as hell. But this right here, Shawty, I hope you are smarter than the crack of a whip, because that right there look bad as hell. But y'all, let me know y'all thoughts on this, man. If we can hit the like button on this, man, man, help Nash out, bro. We 4K away from that 50, man. And I don't know, if we get to it next month, might bless somebody for back to school. We might decide to start giving out some money for back to school people. You just gonna have to put in a little video summary of how your youngest basically like, Uncle Nash. We might give away, get 200. We might spend about a band. So if that's you, we're gonna pick probably 5 family members, give them all $200 and do it that way. But y'all gotta meet y'all part too. So I need 250K. Y'all want to help be a part of that, man? All you got to do, hit that like button, and everybody else going to fall in line. I'll catch you in the next one.